Hello and welcome to Earth Rose Tarot. I'm here to do the Aries general love reading for February 2021. Hello my lovely Arieses. I hope you're really well. Thank you so much for tuning in and for being here. Really appreciate it. So this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. Cross watchers are very welcome too, but please don't shoot the messenger if it's not something you want to hear, cross watchers. Anyway, this is a general love reading, so it's not going to resonate for every Aries out there, but I hope you do find some part of it enjoyable, or it does resonate for you. And don't forget to leave me a comment if it does and let me know. Hit the like button for me, that would make me extremely happy, and also subscribe to the channel. And again, this month I'm going to be doing a bonus love reading for whichever sign gets the most likes. So definitely hit like for me. Okay. So I'm going to get some general messages for what you're dealing with in love this month, Aries. And then we'll go into a full spread for you. Added a couple more questions this time to get a lot of detail. So let's get some general messages first though. So for Aries, please, in love. Thank you. Let me get a couple more, please. For Aries. Okay. Yeah. Anything else? Oh, that's too many. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Thank you. Wow, let's see what's going on. Where's this one first? Wow, so we have the Empress pop out immediately. So card of Taurus. And then we've got the Ten of Wands. Oh, the King of Swords, ouch, and the Moon. Okay, so, I mean, what I'm seeing is a lot of big energies already, Aries. So the Empress is Taurus, but it's also Venusian, Venus energy. It's very loving, it's very nurturing, it's very beautiful energy. It can also be like it's the divine feminine, it's the mother of the tarot. Now, we have the Ten of Wands here, which is talking about something coming to an end, some sort of cycle closing, but it's also something that you tried, or someone tried to make something work. They put a lot of effort in, and it kind of feels like it's led to nowhere. And it maybe now that can just be the way you've been trying to get success hasn't been working. So I'm getting here with the King of Swords. There's someone who's being quite clever, quite strategic, and trying to use their head over heart, trying to be quite logical. Now, the King of Swords can also be quite cold. So there could be someone, or this could be you, really wanting to just put an end to something which hasn't yielded the results you wanted, and just going very cold with somebody. But I don't think that's normally your style, Aries. But it could also be talking about, look, the way we've been doing something hasn't been working, so let's find a new approach. Let's use our heads here and be strategic. But with the Moon, and I have to say the King of Swords is air energy, so Libra, Gemini, Aquarius you could be dealing with, don't have to be though. With the Moon, this is Pisces energy. And now this is definitely talking about not seeing the path ahead clearly, not knowing where you're going to end up. If you're seeing things completely clearly as well, there's some confusion going on about whether what you're seeing is the reality, or just like a projection of your own wishes or feelings onto somebody else perhaps, or if there's something even hidden beneath the surface. So let's find out some more information for you. At the bottom of the deck we have the Six of Wands. So there's definitely a sense of someone is getting a lot of attention. Their value is being recognized, and there is a sense of victory with this card as well. I kind of feel like this is this Empress energy here with the Six of Wands, like really being recognized for being absolutely incredible. And this could be someone seeing you this way, Aries, and maybe their approach with you so far hasn't been working and they're trying to think up a new way. But let's find out more. So why is the Empress here for Aries, please? Wow, thank you. Okay, so we have the World card. Oh, all right. Oh, interesting. I was going to say why is the Ten of Wands here, but I didn't even get a chance to ask, and the Three of Swords came out. Okay, so why is the Ten of Wands here, please, for Aries? Well, now this came out in reverse. I'm going to keep it that way. That actually happened for, I think it was Taurus. It was quite significant. It came out in reverse at the beginning, but I don't actually have any reversals in the deck, so, but it's just the way it flipped out. I'm going to keep it like that. So why is the King of Swords here? You could be dealing with a Taurus with this Empress here, some of you. Why is the King of Swords here, please? For Aries, why is the King of Swords here? Thank you. Yep, the Eight of Swords. This is someone, yeah, exactly, very much up in their head at the moment, doing a lot of thinking, not necessarily doing a lot of talking. And the Moon. Why is the Moon here for Aries? Why is the Moon here for Aries? Oh, okay. Wow. Now that can be your energy, Aries. That's the King of Wands now. It's also fire. It's Leo and Sagittarius as well. Okay, at the bottom of the deck now we have the Eight of Wands. This is about communication and wanting to say a lot, wanting to heat a situation back up if something's gone very cold. Okay, so what I'm seeing, it actually is interesting the way it mirrors the messages that came out with Taurus at the beginning. But anyway, let's get back to you, Aries, because what I'm seeing here is that there seems to be some sort of, again with the World, something that might be coming to a close. But with the Nine of Wands, this is also, the Nine of Wands in the upright is an energy of not giving up. You know, you've worked so hard already, and it's just you've got energy still to go. You've still got effort left inside of you, and you're not. And it's perseverance. Even though I know it's not Seven of Wands, but it's a different. Can be about feeling guarded, but it's also not giving up. This particular Nine of Wands. Now, in the reverse, that is giving up, and my Ten of Wands card here is definitely that energy as well. That's feeling like it's something is hopeless, giving up on all the effort, and well, someone is feeling it's like it's hopeless and they're giving up on all the effort they've been putting into this. They may feel heartbroken. There may have been something that came out, some sort of revelation, can be third party, doesn't have to be at all. It can just be something that was hidden and came to light, and now things may seem like they are over with this person. Now, the World is a new chapter, and it's a beautiful World card because it's a World card with two people there dancing together into the next chapter of their life. So there could have been some sort of major next step that was someone was trying to work towards. Now, what that could just be commitment, it could be some sort of travel together, but possibly as well could be moving in together, or even having a child together with the Empress with the World card. I mean, a big new chapter of your life could be something to do with having kids or choosing to, but again, that's not going to be for everyone. I'm definitely seeing it's more about some sort of feels like a chapter is ending or is over because someone has given up putting effort in and feels very heartbroken. Now, someone, whether that's you or the person you're dealing with, Aries, is trying to be logical, trying to that you're maybe not speaking to this person too much, but you're not being overly emotional either. It's being you're just thinking on this, maybe thinking, is there some way that we can move ahead or save this, or a new way of approaching this, but you're kind of stuck in your thoughts, or somebody is. And with the King of Wands here, that is someone who wants to take action, to go after, very different. After doing the thinking, now let's do it, let's go for it. And this King of Wands is also that kind of phoenix energy, so it's really rising from the ashes, bringing something that seems like it's over back to life, but there is fear and concern about what lies ahead, and how we get there is what I'm getting. There may be a need for communication with that Eight of Wands. Oh wow, I'm just seeing if there's anything else. Yeah, see, this is it. Look, there is a new beginning that maybe you want to make happen, and it's just more like, how do I go about this? How can I make this happen? This Ace of Wands is it's fire, of course, but it's creationary. It's all about designing the new beginning that you want, and that's why, because there are still feelings here with the Knight of Cups. You may be very much still in love with this person, that it seems like it's maybe over at the moment. So anything else for Aries before we go into the spread? Okay, wow. So this is interesting. Now we have another king with the King of Pentacles. And the Four of Wands, which has come out in the reverse as well. In the upright, the Four of Wands, Four of Cups, sorry, what did I say, the Four of Wands? Four of Cups is about a missed opportunity, possibly not seeing something that was a beautiful offer, that was very authentic. Now, this could have been you, Aries. You may have been distracted by other opportunities, or it may have been your person. Assign the roles as you feel it resonates for you, because energy is fluid in tarot. But there was someone who had an authentic offer for you. Maybe, I feel like this is whoever felt like they were trying to make this work, trying to make a lot of effort, and now they're giving up because they feel like it's a missed opportunity. But and also in the upright, it's about, you know, disinterested, kind of meh about the offer being made here. But when it's in the reverse, it's kind of like, hold up, I don't want to miss this opportunity. I don't want to just act bored. I don't want this to be a missed opportunity. I'm kind of repeating myself. But and I feel like this King of Pentacles is that person who may have been acting like that previously, but they do have a lot of feelings, whether that's you or your person. Aries, the King of Pentacles, is earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. But we've got 3 kings here already, so that's most of the signs. So I just get more of the sense this is about someone who needs to actually offer some sort of stability to be able to have a new beginning, and put down some roots. Actually, this is kind of the almost like an opposite energy of this. This is someone quite flighty, distracted, not non-committal, and this King of Pentacles is very deeply loyal and committed partner. So I feel like maybe that's what someone is trying to strategically organize now, is a new beginning, maybe by offering or being more reliable, because there are feelings involved. Yes, sorry, I have to say, the bottom of the deck now we have the Page of Pentacles. Similarly to the 8 of Wands, someone wants to reach out and offer something to the other person, to maybe start something again. If one chapter of a dynamic between the two of you has come to a close. So let's go into your spread with the top 12 cards, please, for Aries. I'm going to be asking questions about you and the person that you have on your mind whilst watching this video, Aries. And I hope it does resonate. Please do leave me a comment if it does, or if you just like the video. I'd love to hear from you guys. And if it doesn't resonate, of course, you can check out your other placements. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus are often most useful. Okay. Let me get the top 12 for Aries, please. Let's see what's going on between Aries and their person. Okay. There's the King of Swords. The King of Pentacles, wow. Queen of Swords, Aries. This is going to be a big reading. Let's see. Okay, in the past. Okay, there's, yeah. Yeah, there's the 10 of Wands again. And the 9 of Wands again. It's a different deck now. Now we've got the 4 of Wands. That's very interesting. That's in the position of your block. Okay, yep. Okay. Whoa. And now we have the Queen of Wands. Got 2 queens and 2 kings on the spread already, but neither of them actually, well, no, the king and queen go together of swords, right? Wow, at the bottom of the deck we have the 10 of Cups. So this is about happiness at the end of the day. It's about being with the person who makes you happy and who you want to have a family with, you want to have a home with. Is kind of like the one you want to grow old with. There's definitely a sense of children here, I would get as well, and family, but it's essentially it's about love and happiness. So let's see what's going on here. Okay, but I do feel like you're not speaking to this person, Aries, or they're not speaking to you, even though you may even feel like each other is each other's happiness, if that makes sense. But as much as they maybe have wanted that with you, they're not speaking on it anymore, or vice versa. And we have the Five of Wands, okay, because there's some sort of conflict involved. There may be other parties involved. I mean, I'm seeing that with all the kings and queens on the table. But there's too many people in the mix that I feel have got in the way of this connection between the two of you guys. So you may just be taking a pause. Someone needs some time out to just not speak for a while. They may be going into some sort of kind of isolation and just cutting themselves off, even though you are the one they want, or vice versa. So let's see. Yeah, again, Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. This is not communicating, giving up, walking away from speaking with each other for the time being. It's almost like someone doesn't know what to say anymore. I always get with this card that you may have a lot to say, but how do I put it? How do I get it across without them walking away from me, or this going badly? So I'm just not going to say anything and maybe think about what I want to say, but for the time being, not speaking. So someone may need to make a decision here with the Judgment card. This can also talk about bringing something back, resurrecting something that seems to have ended. So there could be someone is thinking about what they can say to bring this back to life, just like with the King of Wands at the beginning, that same energy of strategizing. Certainly could be you. I'm getting a little bit more here, Aries, because of how your person is coming across in the spread. But it also may be a need to make a decision. Let's see. No, there we go. We've got the Page of Cups now. So I'm getting that it's someone wants to apologize and reach out to the other person to bring something back to life. Maybe if they have stepped back with that Four of Swords, withdrawn their energy, maybe there was even some sort of argument with the Five of Wands. So someone wants to apologize and to bring this back to life by doing so, but it's like, how can I say it? What are the words that would make this a good enough apology? So let me get your next layer and then I'll go through everything. So can we clarify please for Aries with the top 12 cards? Let me clarify what is already laid out for Aries. I'm going to say now, whilst I can see the spread in its entirety, is that with this King and Queen of Swords, I always find it interesting when they're separated by a card in between the two of them like this. So this is separated by the King of Pentacles, another person showing up here. So I would definitely say that someone has come maybe in between the two of you with this extra energy. But obviously that won't be for all of you. I just had to say that because it came through strongly. But let's get your next layer with the top 12 for Aries, please. Okay. No? No, yep, that's it. Okay. There's the Eight of Wands. Okay. Some sort of truth has come out. Interesting. It's the Knight of Cups showing again. The Queen of Wands again. She's already here. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Oh, interesting. Wow, we've got the Knight of Swords now as well. Yeah, no, I see why. Okay. Wow, yeah. Ooh. Oh, wow. Well, that's very positive for what's going to be happening this month, but let's get more. So now we have the Seven of Wands, which I think I mentioned kind of earlier with that sense of not giving up, and this is pure perseverance against all odds with this Seven of Wands. This is, fighting and using all your strength to make something happen. So someone is wanting to persevere. Let's see what's going on here. Wow, I just said using all your strength to make something happen, and then we have the Strength card behind that. So, but this strength can often be about overcoming an obstacle by your inner strength as well. It can sometimes be about holding back, maybe even holding back what you want to say, holding back feelings, It can also be, talk about pride as well. But with what I was just saying with the Seven of Wands, I feel like there is some obstacle that needs to be overcome, and that someone really does not want to give up. So let's see what's going on. Okay, interesting. And now we have the Hierophant behind that. So the Hierophant is about tradition and beliefs and our faith. It can also be higher levels of commitment. It can be establishments like the establishment of marriage or the church. What I'm getting here is that either someone wants to overcome whatever obstacle has come up and is a really real sticking point between the two of you, and someone wants to keep persevering to make this, to use all their inner strength possible to make something work, because they feel like the other person is their person that they want high levels of commitment with, that you can overcome any of this kind of thing. Maybe even you are in a commitment. I'm seeing it with those Kings and Queen of Swords. That could be speaking even to a marriage for some of you. It doesn't have to be though. And maybe that's why it's like, no, I'm determined to make this work. For others, it could be that actually there's a difference in tradition or beliefs about marriage that could be the issue. And someone is really determined to work through those differences, but there is a lot of sticky points getting in the way. So it could be something to do with your differing traditions or beliefs in that area. But let's see. So we have the Eight of Swords again at the bottom, which we had at the beginning. So yeah, this, as I was describing earlier, someone doing a lot of thinking, feeling a little bit stuck though. Not again with it's that moon energy of not seeing a way forward, not necessarily sure that there is a way to actually move forward, and getting very stuck in thinking, maybe overthinking, maybe replaying this, maybe some sort of argument through the mind or that kind of thing again and again, not really taking action just yet, just doing a lot of thinking. Wow. And then we have the World card, which came up at the beginning as well. So Aries, I feel like maybe this is that there is some sort of new or the next step in your relationship, that someone is doing a lot of overthinking about taking that next step, and that may be why the other person is kind of like, well, you know what, I'm kind of done. I've been trying to make this happen or to get through to you, or etc. Now that could just be simply something to do with even committing. If you are both, if you haven't been in a commitment before, it could be wanting to take that next step. And the World is about a sense of completion together here with this couple. It's kind of like the two of you making each other whole, being a whole identity. Obviously you are whole as your separate selves, but I mean the two of you coming together and being a whole new unified being, but as a pair. So I just get in the sense that there might be an issue with taking that next step for some of you, and someone's been doing a lot of just being stuck in their mind about that next stage. Okay, but now we have the Six of Swords, which is, I have to say, like someone packing their bags, getting their boat with their kid and moving on. Now, I'm not being facetious because I know that's a serious step to make, but I'm kind of getting the sense that if someone doesn't take some sort of next step, then someone's going to turn their back and move on from this, wanting to move on to clearer waters. Now that both of you wanting to do that, get out of this this choppiness, these arguments, these disagreements that have taken maybe a lot of drained your energy perhaps. It could be that, and it's like, how do we move forward from this? Both of these cards signify travel as well, I have to say, the World and the Six of Swords. So there could be some element of being at a distance from each other. That could be an issue and maybe causing a strain on the relationship. So let me go through the spread. So how you feel about your person, Aries, is, we've got the King of Swords, who I won't go on about too much because we already had him at the start, but that's kind of why I was picking up that you were embodying the King of Swords more at this time. Now, you could have air placement in your chart to the Aries that this is resonating with. You don't have to. But it's paired with the Lovers here, so card of Gemini, so more air energy, I have to say. But I mean, the Lovers is about the you feel like this is your person, even the way you your differences kind of balance each other out. You contrast each other beautifully, and you go together. Maybe they just balance you. You feel like they are, you know, the your other half in your, not just you as my other half, but like the other half of your soul, or this kind of, you know, the other your person. You feel like they're your person, but you feel like you're not communicating at the moment with the sword pointing down here. And I got that this is you. You feel like you need to not be clever in a bad way, but make some sort of plan, use strategy here. I'm getting that with your advice actually as well, even though it's interesting. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, you feel like you need to maybe make a plan or be quite clever to make this work. That's just what I'm getting. I have to say it. So how they feel about you, it's an interesting combination, because now we've got Earth coming through with the King of Pentacles again, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So this, if it's, and now and the Eight of Wands, which is about communication. I have to tell you, I can see that this person wants, they have a lot that they want to say to you, and I'll get to that in a minute. That's in their intentions as well. But the thing is, I feel like they are not speaking, I have to say, for most of you. Some of you, maybe there are messages flying back and forth between the two of you with the Eight of Wands. But the Eight of Wands can also be very passionate messages, or a passionate feeling for the other person. But so if they're not speaking to you right now, it's just that they have a lot of things they want to say to you. They still have a lot of passion for you. And maybe with this King of Pentacles, it almost feels like they want to have that commitment, that stability with you, which I got at the beginning when he came out in our general messages. It's like they want to have that stable, committed relationship. They feel like you are the one that they want to settle down with, to have a family, to have a home with. I feel like it could be commitment that is the issue, if it's not another actual person that's come in the way of your relationship. Let's see how they see you, or Aries. They with this Queen of Swords energy. Now, if that's you embodying the Queen of Swords, then they see you as possibly annoyed with them. That's just, I'm trying not to swear. Or they may see you as slightly intimidating with this Queen of Swords. It's also quite cold and detached, and I mean, you are feeling about them the King of Swords right now. But I have to be honest, what I'm mainly getting is that it may be your person is embodying the Queen of Swords now, because how they see you may have changed. With this Ace of Swords, this is like a revelation, a truth that's come out. So you may have found out something. It may have been you who discovered some sort of secret that was being kept hidden. I'm kind of getting that it may be more the other way around, but obviously how it resonates for you. And regardless, they're seeing you in a different light, I would say, with this Ace of Swords, or they're seeing that some truth has been revealed in some way or another. And with this Queen of Swords, this is again not communicating and feeling quite kind of like, how do I put this, like bruised, like they see you as it's like a feeling of that they should have known that this is how this was going to go, and I don't know how to. This is why I'm struggling to get my words out, because I'm like, how do I explain that that's what I'm getting from these cards? But it's just in my head. It's like how they see you now is that I should have known this about this person, and I let my emotions get in the way, and now they're seeing you in kind of like a pessimistic but also in like a I'm old enough, I've gone through enough, I've experienced enough to know this was going to end up like this. If you know what I mean. That's what I'm getting for how they see you. Now, what happened in the past between the two of you? We have the Six of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So this is so beautiful and sweet. Absolutely, you may have fallen in love with each other, or one person fell in love with the other. There was very sweet sentimental feelings. It was a lovely energy. There may have been something to do with children that came up with the Six of Cups in the recent past. Perhaps it can also talk about someone returning into your life from the past, maybe someone you knew from childhood, or even, it doesn't have to be from childhood, but from when you were younger, let's just say, and maybe someone came back into someone else's life, and maybe even as a friend, and then feelings developed between you in the past. Now, the current mutual energy is that Ten of Wands and the Queen of Wands. So this is how you're kind of both the being mutual energy. So you may be both feeling very burdened by this. We had that Ten of Wands at the beginning, but this is slightly different. Ten of Wands, it's not actually done and dusted. It's just someone feels like giving up because maybe you're both feeling like this is just a weight on your shoulders, or you feel very overwhelmed or burdened by this situation between the two of you. It's not making you feel light and carefree at all. Let's just put it that way. You feel very weighed down by what's happening. Now, the Queen of Wands, it can be your energy, Aries. We've got her again later in the spread. So, but this is, very passionate, confident, fiery, obviously. It can be Leo and Sagittarius as well, it doesn't have to be, but it's just more about self-confidence, and it can also be a little bit like saying what you want to say without hesitation, maybe feeling a little bit impulsive, or now there's nothing wrong with saying what you mean, but kind of like with no filter and just going for it very passionately. This is kind of why they feel like the Eight of Wands about you. This is more that kind of like sending messages, wearing their heart on their sleeve kind of thing. I feel like you both are, even though you may not be speaking to each other, if that makes sense. It's kind of more of a sense of you're in your separate corners doing your own confident thing right now. It's kind of what I'm getting now. This next question here is what they want to happen in the connection, which is interesting because we've got the Nine of Wands and the Hanged Man. So the Nine of Wands, interestingly, they don't want to actually give up. They probably feel like giving up right now and not putting any more work in. They may want to have their guard up to you right now, or just be more defensive at this time. I'm kind of getting a sense like they want to build a wall around their home and then just retreat inside it and just rest and take a break and look after themselves and kind of go into that kind of self-care mode, to just take some time to gather their thoughts, maybe even see things from a different perspective with the Hanged Man. But definitely what they want right now is for there to be a pause between the two of you. But with that Nine of Wands, for me, that is because also you see how it goes from the 10 to the 9 of Wands and your current mutual energy to what they want to happen in the connection. The 10s are about an end of a cycle, which is what I was talking about at the beginning, but the 9 is not. What they actually want to happen is for this to not be over, but they do want a break right now to just have some time out. Now, the current block, interestingly, to this connection, the blockage, we have the Four of Wands and the Fool. So that is someone was not taking a risk, taking a leap of faith down that new path, down that new journey, going into the next chapter of the World card, as I was talking about earlier. And it may have had something to do with moving in together, or buying a house together, or getting married. Certainly all of those things can come under the Four of Wands. But this is again about commitment. If it's nothing that major, it's just about actually committing to each other. And the blockage is that someone wasn't taking that risk. Or it could also be flip side. Someone wants very much to dive into that new part of your life together, and the other person is holding back. So the intentions of your person at this time, Aries, is definitely to hold back. Same energy is what they want to happen in the connection right now, because they feel like if they speak to you right now, they're going to say something blunt. They're going to no filter is what I'm getting from this person. So they also may feel like if the two of you speak right now, it's going to end up in another argument. But their intention is to hold back. Or else they'll end up with this Knight of Swords just coming in, telling you exactly what they think they feel, and maybe even saying something they'll regret later, but just blurting it out in that kind of Mercury retrograde fashion. So that their intention is to hold back from doing that right now. Now, what you need to know about this person's current situation, I mean, we have the Nine of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So, yeah, they're definitely in a single energy with that Nine of Pentacles. That's your single lady card. It's just self-sufficient, doesn't have to be a lady, but very independent, doing their own thing, maybe even focused on their work. They're doing well with their career and just focused on their home and their own abundance, just making themselves feel secure right now is their current situation. Now, with this Page of Wands, that is, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it could be flirtatious messages that they could be receiving, or they, could be having, if you're not in a commitment, if you're not in a commitment at all with this person. Now, I'm just going to tell you what the cards are saying to me. They could be like, well, if they're not going to commit to me and I'm still single, I may go talk to somebody else or swap some light-hearted messages. But this is not like, they're in love with somebody else. It's just that they are having maybe some more light-hearted fun right now whilst they are single. So, cross watchers, don't shoot me, remember? Anyway, the action they're most likely going to take towards you next, Aries, the interesting combination, we have the Hermit and the Star. And I say interesting because the Hermit looks for in his lantern is the Star. So the action they're going to take towards you next, we've got card of Virgo and Aquarius here just to say, I feel like they are going to spend their time alone, away from you, in that isolation, on pause, exactly as I was saying, that is their intention. They're going to be doing that, looking for maybe doing some soul searching, doing some thinking, maybe even themselves trying to find a way forward for the two of you, or if they want to have a way forward for the two of you, either way. Now with the Star, this is wishing that things can get better and keep remaining hopeful. As I said, they don't want this to actually be over, they just want a pause. So the action they're going to take towards you next, it's not really actually any action towards you right now. This person is just going to be on their own, trying to search through the darkness, through the confusion, through even some emotional upset for answers inside themselves, and trying to remain hopeful. And so that's what they're going to be doing, which is quite sweet, really. Now, your advice, interesting combination, Aries. We have the Ace of Cups and the Seven of Swords. So the Ace of Cups is a new beginning in love, but also like a renewal in an existing connection, if I can get my words out. It is a new start, and it's an opportunity for that, but interestingly paired with the Seven of Swords. Now, normally I would say, be careful. It could be that you're dealing with someone shady with the Seven of Swords. So, of course, I'll say it. The advice may be that if some new opportunity presents itself right now with somebody else, you may want to be careful, because I see a few people on the board originally. So if there is someone else that comes into the picture, just be wary, because this person may be not giving you the full picture, or there may be things you don't know about them and you find out after Mercury has gone direct. But if it's not that, my initial instinct was that a new beginning in love is possible between you and your person that is here. I don't endorse, that's the word, any Seven of Swords sneaky, lying, deceptive behaviour. But the other aspect of Seven of Swords is being clever, like a clever little fox. And that was kind of what I was getting with you right at the beginning, like taking some time, not speaking, but strategizing on how to make this work again. So what I'm getting as your advice is that a new opportunity in love with this person is possible, but you're going to have to be clever about how you do it. you know, think about it, maybe have some sort of plan. Don't do anything impulsively. Take that time you're doing already to go head over heart and use your brains to maybe be clever about this, and you can have the new beginning in love with this person. That's what I'm going to say. So what is happening between you and your person in this month of February? We have the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. I mean, this is pretty damn good, I have to say. So the Queen of Wands, again, can be you. She's here in the current mutual energy as well. But I'm going to say the Queen of Wands is that kind of... It's good, though, because look how it goes from the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Wands to the Queen of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. It's definitely a bit of a level up in terms of the tens, you see what I mean? So I feel like what's going to be happening this month is that you're going to be maybe even both in your own power, feeling, maybe regaining your confidence, feeling maybe attractive at this time, or self-assured, but in a positive way, looking good. And it could be more that work is going to be very successful for you, or you could be even focused on that. And money could be improving, and that could be actually even renewing your self-confidence, which may, or both of you, which may assist in the connection going forward if you're both feeling maybe more stable in your work. But I'll get one more layer yet. But that is very positive for what's happening for you this month, even if you are not necessarily speaking to your person. So let me clarify, please, one more time for Aries. And don't forget to hit like, Aries, and then you'll be in the running for a bonus love reading. So clarify, please, for the top 12 cards one more time for Aries. Okay. Oh, yeah. Wow. They feel about you and they see you, both the Eight of Wands now. Interesting. It was, yeah, okay. The Hanged Man, clarifying the Hanged Man. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, Ace on top of... Oh, now we've got you again, Aries. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Swords again. So yeah, I feel like at the moment you're stuck when it comes to this person. This is why you're trying to think of a solution, because you don't feel like there's a way back. But there's no way forward either, and you feel like your hands are tied in terms of what can you do. Maybe you do feel like there's something that this person wants that you're like, I just can't do that right now, or I just can't give that to you. You're just feeling like there's no way forward, but you do want there to be a way forward. It's just like, I just don't know how we could do it. So yeah, underneath that is the Three of Swords. So I feel like that may be why you're feeling like there's not a way forward. Maybe you feel like you've really hurt this person, or vice versa, of course. But there's been a lot of tears, a lot of anguish, a lot of pain, and that may be why you're feeling like, how do I heal this? Interestingly, now we have the Queen of Pentacles, so that's more earth energy, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. This is like the wife material queen as well. She's a wife and a mother of your children. Could be like, if this isn't the person you're dealing with, which I kind of feel like it is, Aries, but if it's not, then it's that you wanted to give all of this, or whoever's resonating with this Queen of Pentacles wanted to give all of that, wanted to have a beautiful home with the other person, wanted to look after them, for there to be a lot of abundance and beauty in the connection. It's kind of like a mini Empress energy as well. But there was heartbreak, and now you're in a stuck position. So, sorry, it's just because I said that she's like my mini Empress. There's the Empress. So there she is again. So this is it, the Empress here, and it's interesting. I know she's at the bottom of the deck, but we have, just going to say now, the Emperor on the spread and this layer as well. So we have yet another match. Now that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be in a commitment, but yeah, there's a strong connection between the two of you. Now this Empress is very she's courageous and she's a leader, but she's also has nothing to hide. You see the way she's eyes open, that's very significant here. She's looking ahead. She is she's obviously beautiful, nurturing, a warrior, but also honest, I want to say as well. So I feel like this is again that Queen of Pentacles, the same character here. So now we have the Nine of Pentacles, more earth energy. This is someone who wants to be alone, who wants to do everything their way and to not have anyone get too close or share their journey with them too much. It's very like, I would rather just be a lone wolf kind of energy. I feel like this Empress wanted, and the Queen of Pentacles wanted to have a connection or a commitment or some sort of next step, maybe marriage, maybe kids or something, to have all of this right at the beginning. We had that, to have all of that with someone who just wasn't completely comfortable about that. Maybe they had different traditions about commitment or beliefs about commitment, and they maybe just wanted to be single. Maybe they hadn't told that to their Empress before, and maybe that is what came out. I just want to be single. It could be. Oh my God. So I was just saying, you guys clearly have a very strong connection between the two of you, and now we have the Two of Cups. The two of you are extremely connected. This is being on the same page as each other, connected in the way you think and your physical attraction as well. It's chemistry on every level. Can be a soulmate connection as well. And Aries. Okay, so let me go through one more time. So how you feel about them is clarified by the Six of Wands. Now this Six of Wands we did see at the beginning, so I feel you feel like you recognize their attention, their value, their worth. You may feel like they get a lot of attention because they are really worthy of it, and you feel like they are incredible, and you may well be in love with them, to be honest, with this Lovers card, or just feel very strongly for them. Now with this Six of Wands, this is also talking about someone coming with some sort of message from one side of the battleground to the other side to kind of breach the gap. I feel like you want to send a message to do that. You just don't know what you could say right now. Now, how they feel about you is clarified by the Sun card. Now, the Sun is, they may feel like you are their happiness. You are courageous. You're very magnetic. But I would say with this particular Sun card, the way it's one grown man walking through his fields of wheat, it is also interestingly the sense of a warrior who has won the battle. So they may feel like you have got what you wanted. This Sun card is also talking about someone who's kind of loves, now I'm not saying this is actually the case, I'm just saying this is how they feel. They may feel like you maybe love the attention of others, or being in the spotlight, it being like a one-man show or one-woman show, regardless. So that and the King of Pentacles can also talk about someone who's all about, whereas the Queen of Pentacles, she wants to feather the nest. The King of Pentacles is more about, his thing, his career, his business, his money. So they may feel like it's all about the Aries show, if you see what I mean. And that is no criticism of Aries. I'm just saying what the cards are giving me. So how they see you is also clarified with the Eight of Wands. So I'm getting here that they see that you want to speak to them about something, probably about whatever came to light, that they see that you may want to communicate more with them, that you may have more things to say, but that they are not in the mood, is what I'm getting. Now, what happened in the past, there was some sort of decision needed. there was a crossroads moment between the two of you. Now that could have been a decision about a whole load of different things. It could have also involved travel, because this can be about which path do we go down, which journey do we take. And I feel like the two of you were in love with each other, or someone was definitely had their feelings growing. And it was very sweet and lovely, but then there was some sort of like, right, do we go left or do we go right? And that's where, and that could have even been, do we take the leap or do we not? And that is where the issue came up. Now, the current mutual energy is clarified by the Knight of Cups, and it's the Princess of Cups in this deck. So it's interesting because this Knight of Cups is again about, it's here, interestingly, it's here in the past, and now it's here in the current mutual energy as well. So this is talking about feelings growing. The way the dragon she's riding is kind of rushing forward. It's like the feelings are growing and they can't be stopped. So the current mutual energy, it could be that what you, even if whoever, maybe fell first, if you know in the past who maybe fell off the other one first, I feel like the other person, I feel like this is you, Aries, I'm just going to say it, your feelings are growing for them, and they already had strong feelings for you. That's why it's kind of like now it's a mutual energy, that the feelings are still very much there, but there is this sense of that is overwhelming for both of you. The whole situation has become a little bit overwhelming, a little bit. See how this is kind of like chaotic, this Knight of Wands as well, with the water, and the emotion is just flying everywhere with this dragon rushing forward. And similarly with this beautiful Queen of Wands, but the volcano bursting in the background. It's just a lot of like explosive emotions, and that is causing the burden. Now, what this person wants to happen in the connection is clarified by the Hanged Woman in this deck, but it's the Hanged Man again. So yes, it's actually a woman on this deck as well. So it could be the feminine here that we're looking at, Aries. It doesn't have to be. But this person that you're dealing with right now, what they want is a timeout, 100%. They don't want things to be over. They are feeling a little bit guarded for sure, and they just want some space and to have some time to maybe even gain a different perspective or think about things. But they definitely, what they want right now is a pause. Now the blockage, what's blocking this connection is clarified by the Six of Swords, which is interestingly, because I swear we saw that. I was sure we saw that somewhere. Oh, it was at the bottom of that deck, sorry. But anyway, the block, now this is talking about letting go of a belief, with the sword symbolizing our thoughts, letting something go, throwing it into the water and changing direction. So again, I'm getting the sense that someone had a very fixed belief about something or tradition about something, and what was needed was to let go of that and change direction and take a leap of faith in a whole new path, maybe something to do with some sort of traditional commitment, but someone wasn't doing that, and that is what's blocking this connection. It could be your person who needs a pause. It doesn't have to be you, Aries. I mean, obviously you'll know. Maybe that's why they want to take a break to think about things from a different perspective, of course. Now, the intentions of this person towards you, Aries, is clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So yeah, they are holding back right now, rather than rushing in and saying something blunt that maybe they regret later. And what their intention is to wait for the right time, or when they feel is the right time, kind of like a fated moment where they can actually express what they need to say to you. But it's all about timing here, and they're holding back until the time is right. That's their intention. What you need to know about their current situation is clarified by the Queen of Cups. So if you're dealing with a feminine, Aries, I would say that they are probably very much still have a lot of feelings for you, with the current mutual energy being the Knight of Cups or Princess of Cups as well. But they just want to be a bit more lighthearted right now. They need a break from all the intense energy, and they still have a lot of feelings for you whilst they're doing their single thing. Now, obviously, for whoever it resonates, if this is a masculine that you're dealing with, it could also be that they are maybe just swapping some flirty messages with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I don't want anyone to get freaked out. If you know that that's the case, you know that that's the case. But it might not be. It might just be that they're just having some fun right now and lighthearted, and letting some. I'm kind of getting this sense of letting some steam off. What's the phrase? Letting some steam off? No. Letting off some steam. With this is water, obviously, with the Queen of Cups, but that just popped into my head. This kind of flirtiness, this lightheartedness, or is just to let off some steam right now after the intensity of what you guys have been going through. Now, the action that they are most likely going to take towards you next is clarified by the Seven of Wands, which, to be fair, is here as well. And I was saying that it's, someone persevering. So it could be the action they're going to take towards you next is to persevere. Once they've had some time to find some answers, to look for the hope, for their hope to be restored, and then they're going to continue fighting for this. But for others, I would say that considering how much this person wants a timeout, the action that they may take towards you next may be to be defensive if you continue to try and message them in the meantime. And you'll know whether that resonates or not. Now, your advice, interestingly, is clarified by the Ace of Swords. So now we have two aces. So there's definitely an opportunity for a new beginning. But this Ace of Swords is already here about how they see you as well. So if this Seven of Swords, this dishonesty in some way, has already come to light, then the advice may be that there is still an opportunity for a new beginning in love with this person. But the crucial thing is now no more of this Seven of Swords dishonest behavior. There needs to be honest communication going forward. And that, if in terms of being clever, you can't, at the same time, you can't lose with whatever you're saying. Being honest and truthful, you're always going to win. Even if it's in the long term rather than the short term, but honesty always wins. So I feel like that could be connected to this Seven of Swords, which is about not being completely honest. And now we have the Ace of Swords. So otherwise, it could be that if there is something that you're not being completely honest with this person about, it would almost be saying, like, I'm just getting the sense of honesty. It's like a new beginning in love is possible, but you have to be honest about whatever you've been hiding, whatever it is. Talk to this person, have an honest conversation, and it could very well be the thing that leads to this renewal in love and your connection. But give them a timeout first. And what's going to be happening between the two of you this month is clarified by your card, the Emperor. So Aries, I mean, it's interesting because this Emperor is sat on the floor, not on his throne. He doesn't feel necessarily completely worthy of the throne yet. So it could also be a sense that someone doesn't feel ready or worthy, or that it would be successful to have a family or a long-term connection or a commitment. But this is a lot of fire going on with the Aries and the Queen of Wands, with the Aries, with the Emperor. I'm sorry, my brain. So it could just be someone thinking that that they're not ready for this long-term commitment, but also they're doing that thinking in order to think, okay, what could I do to become ready? What can I do to become more stable? It's that strategizing kind of element, but in a, like, what can I do to take charge and be the leader that this person wants me to be? Or that could be how your person is feeling, of course. Can you give me anything else? What's happening between Aries and their person this month? Okay, thank you. Okay, interesting. So, sorry. So that's pretty positive because we have the Six of Swords and the Three of Cups, and that is talking about being able to reconcile and move on to smoother waters together. And maybe there is that honest conversation. Maybe someone is going to say, look, I just don't feel completely ready, but I want to level myself up. I want to be ready. I want to have all of this with you. The Queen of Wands is also, like, she receives, she doesn't chase. Oh, interesting. Now we've got the King of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Wow. So we've got the King and Queen of Wands coming out on top of each other, the perfect power couple, and the King of Pentacles. I feel like that's with that 10 of Pentacles and the stability in the home and being a committed partner. So what I'm getting, is happening between the two of you. I don't want to rush this because I'm trying to make the video under an hour, but you know, what will be will be. So sorry it's so long, guys. But what I'm getting is happening for you this month is that you're each retaining your sense of self and your self-confidence, and someone is taking the intention or thinking about how they can level themselves up and be ready for commitment, be ready to be that stable King of Pentacles partner. It could be very much also being extremely successful in work, I have to say, money really improving. I feel like by the end of the month, maybe once Mercury has gone direct, please God, let it be soon. I know it's the 20th of February, but still, once that some time has passed, I feel like later towards the end of the month, there will be you guys reconciling, moving past the difficulties that you're experiencing right now, moving on to smoother waters, maybe meeting back up. And, you know, you guys are essentially a perfect pair. And this is your energy, Aries. This is fire, the fire couple. You are fire. So, yeah, I feel like it's going to be very good. It's just maybe more of a focus on work and thinking about commitment and, you know, thinking about the long term for the time being. And then later towards the end of the month, you guys will be able to see more on from each other's perspective, get more on the same page. But there's definitely a pause required right now and honesty. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed your reading, Aries. Thank you so much if you're still watching by this point. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for supporting the channel. Please do leave me a comment if you liked the video or if it resonated. Subscribe and of course like the video. It makes me very happy anyway, and it gives you a chance to be in the running for a bonus love reading later in the month. Otherwise, I just wish you all my best. Thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing February. Speak to you soon. Bye.